thank you so much for joining us again on this month's episode of Clubcast. I'm your host, and joining me this month is Rasheedah Ahmad, and she is our newly appointed Director of Alumni Engagement. So I'm so excited to have you here today to tell us a little bit more about her role and about our alumni program. So Rasheedah, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I mean, this is such a pleasure and a privilege to be here to talk about my new role with Boys and Girls Club of St. Lucie County and how excited I am for this new adventure.
Yeah, so she's here today to tell us about her journey with Boys and Girls Clubs, where she started off in her role with Boys and Girls Clubs, where she is today, and how the journey has kind of led her to this new role. She's here today to tell us a little bit about Club Legacy, which is our new alumni program. So she'll touch into that a little bit more. I don't want to go too in depth without her kind of announcing it. And then just how important it is for our alumni of Boys and Girls Clubs to just come back, to give back to our current members, to tell their story, and just how important that is for our community, for those alumni to come back and just make an impact on our members now. So to start off, do you want to just tell us a little bit about your background, your journey with Boys and Girls Clubs, where you started, where you are now, and just how that has kind of led you to where you are now?
Yes, absolutely, I would love to. So really with my my journey with Boys and Girls Club, it started back in 2011, and I had the opportunity to join the Indian River County Boys and Girls Club. And working in that county really helped develop me to learn what Boys and Girls Club was truly about, because when I first started there, I didn't have any information about what Boys and Girls Club was, and just going in there, I was able to develop myself. And so, like I stated before, I started back in 2011, and I worked at the Fellsmere Club first initially, and I was hired on as the education director. And then shortly after that, my supervisors noticed that I had a lot of enthusiasm and spontaneity about me, so they asked me to be the team director. And I reluctantly accepted that decision, but that ended up being one of the best decisions that I made with being with Boys and Girls Club, because being a part of the team programming, I was able to develop my passion for youth. And so I worked in Indian River County for roughly 7 years, and that planted me here in St. Lucie County. And I started with St. Lucie County in 2019. And throughout my role in St. Lucie County, I had the opportunity to start at the Percy Peak Teen Center. So I was able to continue my journey with teen programming, and I was able to go into various clubs here in St. Lucie County. So working at the Teen Center, as well as the Infinity Club, and then I also was able to be the club director at the West Side Boys and Girls Club on the youth side. And throughout my time in St. Lucie County, I was a club director, but I also had the opportunity to be a part of different committees and help initiate certain initiatives with the Boys and Girls Club of St. Lucie County. So I would definitely say I had an array of working in different positions with St. Lucie County, which definitely helped plant me in this role that I'm in today with the Director of Alumni Engagement. So I truly enjoy the journey that I've had, because it truly developed me to be the individual that I am today, to be able to be a mentor to the youth. And throughout my time, my 13-year tenure with the Boys and Girls Club movement, I have had the opportunity to, like I said, mentor specific youth and then see them leave our clubs and go on to future endeavors. And so I've had the opportunity to engage with different alumni. So now, in my role now, specifically working with alumni, it was a perfect segue for me to be able to continue this journey.
Yeah, I think it's so cool how you were able to make those relationships with the youth and the teens. So it's just so much easier in your role to be able to make those connections, and for even the alumni to know you and to just know how you've mentored them in their lives as a club member. So tell us a little bit more about your new role as the Director of Alumni Engagement. What all does that entail? What all will you be doing in your role? What can people expect to come from you in your role?
So yes, what it entails is really reaching out into the community and identifying those individuals that are living here in St. Lucie County who have attended our Blue Doors of any length of time. So if you have ever gone through any of our clubhouses and any of our school-based sites, we are looking for you to identify you to reconnect. That's one of our first goals and our first initiatives, is to build our alumni network. And a few of the questions that I have gotten ever since I've gotten this role is, are we just targeting alumni that have gone through our Boys and Girls Clubs? And no, we are wanting to reconnect with any alumni that are living here in St. Lucie County that have attended any Boys and Girls Club in the country. As we know, this particular county that we're living in is growing rapidly. And so we have a lot of individuals that are coming from different parts of the country, from California, New York, Tennessee, North Carolina. And what we have found out by communicating and interacting with those individuals, that a few of them have attended Boys and Girls Clubs in North Carolina and in New York and Brooklyn. And so we're wanting those individuals to also reconnect with us, to be able to partner with us and invest in our youth that are in our clubs now.
So what does that look like for the youth that, or the alumni that are gonna come back, that you get in touch with? What is that gonna look like for them when they come into our alumni program?
So yes, it's going to look like, it's going to be various ways on how we are wanting to connect with them. We are definitely going to connect with them and providing them with opportunities to come into our clubs, to have that engagement piece with our youth. One of the things that we have noticed is that when we are, as the staff, and when we are in our clubs, that there's only so much that we can do, there's only so much capacity that we have, and when we're able to bring in different people from the community, we're able to enhance and develop our youth to a greater level than what we can do ourselves. So our alumni are going to have that opportunity to be able to engage with them, and to also be able to share their experiences. They can also share how the club impacted them in their lives when they were an adolescent in their youth, school-aged years. And they'll also be able to bring their experiences, their life experiences that they have had since they left the Boys and Girls Club, and also to bring that sense of hope to our youth that we serve, because when they're able to see someone that they can identify and connect with, it gives them that sense of hope that I can do that as well, and I can achieve and I can aspire to those same aspirations that they have, and it gives them that sense that they can do it. The same thing that we teach in our young people day after day after day, that's what our alumni will have that opportunity to do for our youth as well.
And I didn't even touch on the name. Club Legacy is what the program is going to be called. Tell us a little bit more about the name, what the meaning is behind the name, why we named it Club Legacy, just a little bit more about that.
Yes, absolutely. So in our beginning stages and trying to figure out what are we going to name this, there was a few names that kind of came out, and some that were like, oh, I kind of like it, and some of them was like, not so much. But with Club Legacy Alumni, that particular name definitely stuck out to myself, and as well as the leadership team, was because one of the things that Boys and Girls Club does for the youth is they are creating legacies. And what we wanted to do was we wanted to provide our alumni that are coming back to have that sense of pride when they are coming back, that they are able to build a legacy for the upcoming youth that are in our doors. That legacy that they hold within themselves of what Boys and Girls Club means to them, they're able to pour that back into the youth that we serve now.
So what does that look like as far as them coming back? Will they be participating in events? Will they be having opportunities to speak to our youth? Just maybe go over some of those key benefits that they'll receive as being a part of the alumni program?
Yes, absolutely. So there's going to be various of ways how our alumni can benefit from being a part of Club Legacy, and they're going to have an opportunity to be a part of exclusive events, and it is going to be exclusive. So there's going to be alumni-only events where they'll have that opportunity to have unique events and gatherings that will be specifically geared towards our alumni members. They'll have an opportunity to have leadership roles in which they will be able to be a part of committees and to influence the programs and the initiatives that we have within our programs at Boys and Girls Club. They'll also have an opportunity to network and to connect with other influential individuals and fellow supporters. They'll also have an opportunity to be a part of special projects that we have that drive our Boys and Girls Club mission. They'll have volunteer opportunities. We're always looking for individuals to volunteer in our clubs, to be able to work with them one-on-one and in group settings for that greater impact. They'll also have an opportunity as well to participate in our Boys and Girls Club events that we have coming up. One of the great events that we have coming up is our chili cook-off. And so they'll be invited to those specific events. They'll have exclusive updates as well. So we are definitely wanting to engage with our alumni and reconnect with them and give them monthly newsletters where they'll be able to have updates on particular speaking opportunities where they can come and be a part of our Boys and Girls Club events and have kind of like that personalized involvement. So one of the things is, as we know that each one of our youth that we have in our clubs are unique, so are our alumni. So we'll be able, and I will be able to personalize their involvement in whatever type of capacity that they're able to participate in, whether it is tailoring their opportunities with just their time, their talent, and their treasure.
That's awesome. I know some examples of that. Mia Morrison, she was our two-time State Youth of the Year winner. She has come back into our clubs. She's talked to our teens. She's just shared her experience with them. So it's already starting in our clubs that I've witnessed. And even some members that you've gotten in touch with have joined our committees. For example, our Youth of the Year committee. Just people from the community that are interested in certain things, they're already getting involved, and it's just awesome to see where it's going to go from here. What is your vision for Club Legacy? Where do you hope to see that go? I know it's a work in progress, it's just starting, but where right now do you see that going, just in general? So
yes, with Club Legacy, I envision to create a comprehensive alumni network where we're able to establish a database and to maintain our alumni and to be able to utilize them for information, get their achievements and how they would like to, their preferences on how they want to be engaged. And so that is one aspect of how I envision in the future, and also to develop meaningful engagement opportunities. As I stated before, we're definitely going to be in regular communication with our alumni through various forms, so through various platforms as well. So we're wanting to be able to overall be able to communicate with our alumni throughout the different age groups that we have. So we know that in the older generation of alumni, connecting with them, that personalized individual connection is very valuable to them, and more like the millennials, communicating with them through email and through newsletters, and then also reconnecting with our younger alumni that have just graduated with our programs, and connecting with them through social media is going to be one of the avenues that we are wanting to be able to touch them and to communicate with them in the way that is meaningful for them. And as well as we want to leverage our alumni to enhance our mentorship programs, and as well as volunteering in the clubs. As I stated before, we want to match our alumni with current club members for those impactful mentoring relationships that will provide guidance and support for our club members. And I know that that would definitely be a great asset for our club directors to help develop our youth, and as well as volunteer opportunities. So with so many initiatives and as big as our organization is growing, there are so many ways that our alumni can get involved with. Maybe they're not able to make that commitment by being a mentor, but they can come and they can volunteer in our clubs by repainting our clubs. They can come and be a part of a one-day beautification project with our clubs, and that's how we can definitely utilize our alumni. And we also don't want to negate that. We want to recognize and we want to celebrate our alumni. Because once they leave our doors, a few of our alumni are engaging in such amazing opportunities and initiatives that they have, and they are also able to embark on specific milestones, and we want to celebrate with them. So we want to acknowledge the amazing impact that they're doing outside of our doors, just like how they did in our doors. And so those are some of the ways that that I envision engaging our alumni and seeing it grow and utilizing them, like I said, as part of leadership roles and be a part of committees, and how we can enhance and use their feedback on what they have gone through when they were in Boys and Girls Clubs, and how we can improve our programming and provide a world-class club experience for our youth and teens that we serve now.
That'll be so awesome that they have the opportunity to do that. You mentioned that some alumni are doing some amazing things. So do you have any success stories that you'd like to share of just some alumni that stand out to you that you'd like to share to everybody watching, just of the amazing things that they're up to now today?
So yes, I will point back out Mia Morrison that you have spoken about. She is such an amazing young lady that has really grown in our clubs and has grown through the many staff that she has had an opportunity to come in contact with. But one of the things that I've noticed is that when she was able to be guided on the community and different individuals that have partnered along with us to give their particular insight and their knowledge that we didn't possess, it brought her to a greater level, and it brought her to a place where she was able to operate in her full self. And she felt comfortable in that. And because of that, she's now had the opportunity. She is a student at Embry-Riddle, and she's now in her second year of studying to be an engineer. And through her time there, just with her being alumni and being a part of the Youth of the Year program and being a state winner, she had the opportunity to be a part of a speakers bureau with Boys and Girls Club of America. And so she had the fortitude to be able to speak with NASCAR. They had a national convention where they had a lot of their national partners, and Boys and Girls Club had the opportunity to speak, and she spoke on behalf of Boys and Girls Club of America and shared her story on the impact of how Boys and Girls Clubs has had on youth and why it is important for the community to be involved and to recognize what we do. And through that partnership and speaking with NASCAR, she now is also she's now working at NASCAR. And so that is just an amazing opportunity that she was afforded through the opportunities that were afforded to her through Boys and Girls Club. And she's also working on different initiatives with NASCAR and creating that partnership between NASCAR and Boys and Girls Club. So everything just kind of worked full circle for her. And she's just an amazing example of alumni success, and it's just a beautiful thing that she came from Boys and Girls Club of St. Lucie County. So I definitely wanted to highlight her success and how the club impacted her so significantly that she is able to still give back what the club gave to her.
And it's awesome that she's able to come and tell her story, that she's already done that, so that the teens now and the youth, they can hear stories like that, and it can kind of give them a sense of hope of everything that they can achieve in the future when they become alumni. So I think it's just awesome that even just that that's just one example of all the amazing things and opportunities that can come out of Club Legacy. Will the younger members like Mia, will they have the opportunity to kind of network with the older alumni? Are there opportunities for them, other than just connecting with our members, to connect with each other and to kind of get the different age groups of alumni to discuss and come up with ideas together? Are there any opportunities like that?
Yes, there definitely is, and there's going to be opportunities for our younger members, and that kind of alludes to what I said with our alumni department being a part of a committee in which they will have that opportunity to come together and not only to enhance our programming here with Boys and Girls Club of St. Lucie County, but also to develop them professionally. Because one of the things that we have noticed with our alumni that have gone through our doors and they are seeking post-secondary education, especially in the college and university realms, is that now that the new age that we're living in, that most of the jobs that they're wanting to get into, it's requiring them to have experience. And a lot of our college-bound students don't have that experience because they're just graduating from high school. And so what we're wanting to do with these networking opportunities is to provide opportunities for our younger alumni and our older alumni to get together and to develop them and enhance, and also provide them with opportunities where they can be a part of internships and apprenticeships with older alumni that may have their own businesses, or they may have their own firms or organizations where they can bring on those alumni to get those skills that are needed, those work experience skills, and providing those by doing networking mixers and networking opportunities where, kind of like a job fair, where they'll have an opportunity to talk with these individuals and also be able to see, is this something that I would want to pursue as a career, or maybe having a career change? So there's definitely will be opportunities for them to have that personal development growth for themselves, and then as well as creating opportunities for our club members as well.
And so I know there's an upcoming event, our first event. Tell us a little bit about that, what alumni can expect, trying to get alumni to come, just what that first event is all about.
So yes, we are planning on doing a alumni meet and greet in early November, in the first week of November, and that particular event is going to be set up like a luncheon, and it's really going to focus on informing in the education piece of what Club Legacy is. We're wanting to really talk about the impact that our alumni can truly have on our clubs and reconnecting. We're really wanting to focus on the reconnection piece, because one of the things that we have found out is that once our youth age out of our programs, it's kind of like they've lost that sense of belonging. And so what Club Legacy alumni is going to be able to do is to bring that sense of belonging back, where they can reconnect, and they'll have that community, and they'll have that network. And so that is what we're trying to focus on in this first luncheon, to talk about what Club Legacy is and how they can come back and they can inspire the next generation of young people that we are serving now, and helping them build their legacy. That's what we're definitely focusing on. And then having them an opportunity as well to reconnect with simply the same club members that they were engaged with in when they were in our clubs, so their peers. So we want to bring that small sense of nostalgia, and having that opportunity to reconnect, and even to catch up and see what they have done throughout this time of when they were in our clubs and until now. So that is the purpose of our first meet and greet.
And I know we are so excited about that first event. How can those alumni that are coming to that event or that haven't heard about it, how can they stay up to date about the details of that luncheon? Do we have a Facebook for alumni? What does that look like? How can they stay involved?
Yes, so you can definitely stay involved and you can stay updated by first following us on Facebook. Definitely follow our main page, the Boys and Girls Club of St. Lucie County Boys and Girls Club page, and also to have that exclusive information, follow the Club Legacy Facebook private page. It is private because we want to make sure that we're only targeting our alumni for these specific exclusive events that we have for them. And another way of staying involved is definitely going onto our page and seeing the posts that we have about our job form. So it's very important for our alumni to fill out that job form so we can have all of that specific information that is needed for us to be able to stay in contact with them, because in that job form it states pertinent information that we need for on how they want to get involved and how we can also help better serve them. So those are going to be the key players in the communication piece with our alumni here.
So to close out, just what do you want to say to those watching? Just a quick message of where you see this going, why it's important, and just how this is going to impact the future of Boys and Girls Clubs of St. Lucie County.
So yes, I definitely would like to share that for alumni, your time in the club was more than just a chapter in your life, and it was a foundation for growth. And that growth that you were able to have in our clubs is a source of information or inspiration for our youth that we serve now. And one of the things that I want alumni to be able to capitalize on is that the impact, because you're able to have a connection with our youth. You're able to connect with them on their level of what it is to be in their shoes, to be in those seats and to be in those programs, and to share that journey, because your journey is able to be an inspiration to youth now, and to let them know that regardless of what they're going through, regardless of the situations that they're in, that does not mean that that is their end. You know, they can determine their destiny, they can determine where they go, and that they can make a difference in the lives of our youth by just simply sharing your story and being reconnecting and engaging. And that's definitely because you are strengthening our clubs, we are in turn strengthening the community, because those are going to be our future leaders. And then being connected, because once again, we want to celebrate their successes, and we want to celebrate those milestones that they are overcoming, just like those milestones that they have gotten when they were in our club doors by getting their driver's license. Well, now they're celebrating milestones by getting their master's degree, their bachelor's degree, and their doctor's degree. And we want to celebrate with them, and we also want to reward them for the impact that they are going to make in our clubs, and acknowledging them and what they are definitely going to be able to do. So join us online, join us on our Facebook page, join us by completing the job form, and be a part of Club Legacy alumni. Be a proud alumni, just like how you were a proud club kid.
That's so awesome. Rasheedah, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for sharing about your new role, about Club Legacy. We are so excited to see where this goes, and just thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here and elated to share.
The JOT form, if you are an alumni, the JOT form is in the caption below, so make sure to check that out. Check out our Facebook page, Boys and Girls Clubs of St. Lucie County. If you are an alumni, join our private Facebook group on Facebook, and we will see you next month.